everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Collectible Monitor, Psycho Pirate. Not only that, but this is the Platinum Chase variant. This is a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, and I got this by winning the EQL raffle. Now, I hate the fact that McFarlane made a Platinum Chase variant out of a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. I think that's super dirty, and I hope they never do something like that again. Pain in the ass, but I'm happy to have gotten mine. Last Platinum figure needed, collection is complete again. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, H12 Plus. This is a gold label figure. Gold label simply means it's a retailer exclusive. Whether it be Target or Walmart, this particular gold label is a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. Not only that, but it's a Platinum edition. So it's a Platinum gold label. Really hard to get. The only way to get this is by winning the raffle. Imagine it's going to be quite valuable in the long run. Collectible to monitor. This is the second of 4 figures you need to complete him. DC Multiverse, Psycho Pirate. Here he is in the package. No accessories for himself. Display stand, collector's card, piece of monitor. Psycho Pirate from Crisis on Infinite Earths, but this particular version is actually not from Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is a repainted version, sort of apocalypse version. Other side, Psycho Pirate. At the back, here's monitor. Here's the PC of Psycho Pirate. Here's instructions how to put them together. And here's the rest of the wave. His barcode, if that helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. Display stand, collector's card, and then monitor's torso. Before I take a look at that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Psycho Pirate. He's a minor character in the DC universe, but he's involved with some seriously important events. The first Psycho Pirate was named Charles Halstead. This is the second Psycho Pirate. This is Roger Hayden. He spent some time in jail, sharing a cell with the first Psycho Pirate. Then he found out about this Medusa mask. He went and got that thing, and allows him to control others' emotions. That's at least the short version. Now, this particular version is a Platinum Chase, and he's unmasked. Doesn't come with a Medusa mask. I wish he had that as a separate accessory. That would be fantastic. But this version is completely different from the other. The other is red and black. Really sharp paint job. This one is purple and black. And on the McFarlane raffle, I read something about Brainiac bestowing 20 different people with powers. I also read that Darkseid offered to remake him, and then he did that. And I guess now he's self-aware of the different multiverses, etc., etc. This is sort of the apocalypse version of Psycho Pirate, which is an interesting variant. Now the figure is labeled Crisis on Infinite Earths, but that's not the storyline this variant is from. I couldn't tell you what story it's from. If somebody can tell me, please drop me a line in the comments below. I saw some cool photos on Google, etc., etc. Interesting turn of events for the character, but I'm sure he's been back to normal long since this. So let's take a look. Starting with his face here, it's unmasked, and it's not normal for them to have a new sculpted part in a Platinum Chase variant. Usually it's just a repaint, so that's pretty cool. And if somebody really wanted to, they could head swap with the other one, but then the colors wouldn't match. You'd have to repaint the purple, red, and match the other shade. But if you really wanted to work that hard, you could make an unmasked version of the regular Psycho Pirate. He has the Apocalypse sort of Omega logo here. Outfit is sort of mirrored to the other one, and we'll check him out a little bit. Purple, black, etc. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. A lot of parts from the Blue Beetle body, but not all of them. Cape going to one side, blue. Large collar. Face looks good, sort of generic. Psycho Pirate here is not a Batman rogue, but in his regular outfit, he definitely looks like he could be one. Psycho Pirate started out in Gotham City and has spent some time in Arkham Asylum, so if you really want to, you can lump him with your Bat rogues. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. I do wish we had this alternative for the regular version. Now let's check out the accessories. He has no traditional accessories, and the only thing I would like him to come with would have been the Medusa mask for him to hold. Let's start with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand. Typical McFarlane display stand. Black circle, thin, basic. Then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's Flash holding a dead Psycho Pirate. Psycho Pirate from Crisis on Infinite Earths. On the back side, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And then we have Monitor's torso, Monitor is a huge player in the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline. On the good guy side of things, you can see the texturing. It's got some holes for the pegs on his cape to plug into, and he's got the sort of skirt type thing. If you buy the entire wave, Superman, Spectre, Psycho Pirate, and Kid Flash, you get to build Monitor. Monitor and Anti-Monitor are the two big players in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Monitor on the good side of things, Anti-Monitor on the bad side of things. I believe Anti-Monitor kills Monitor during that storyline. The only accessory that I wish it came with is that Medusa mask. This is a version from DC Direct. That version of Psycho Pirate actually had a removable mask, which is a really cool feature. Would have been nice if these figures both had a removable mask and came with a Medusa mask. I would have really appreciated that. Here's a look at this Psycho Pirate holding that Medusa mask. I wish he had proper accessories so I could have him doing this with the McFarlane stuff, scaled right, although this doesn't look too bad. Now I wanted to check out the differences in reuse between this new Platinum version of Psycho Pirate and the original version, and I'll say, I really like the look on the original version. I've always thought that character looked very unique, sort of eye-catching. I much prefer the original one to this new one, but I'm happy to have them both. So, obviously, their heads are totally different. We have the unmasked head and the masked head here, and the fact that they made a brand new part for this guy makes me wonder if maybe originally he was to come with two heads and they changed their mind along the way. Everything else is 100% the same. Same sculpt, same articulation, just a different paint job, and it's very different. This guy has the different sort of theater masks, happy and sad, because he's able to control emotions here, and it makes perfect sense. This one here has a sort of apocalypse style or logo on him. Beyond that, everything else is the same. Now I want to check out the differences between Psycho Pirate and Blue Beetle. They've used the Blue Beetle body a lot of times, and Psycho Pirate doesn't use the whole thing, but uses parts. Obviously the heads are different, the top part of the torso is different. He's got the noticeable abs on the top, and he doesn't. I much prefer this torso. I do believe the stomach is the same. You can see the sort of sculpted line above the abs on both of them. Arms look to be exactly the same, even the hands, those ugly wrists. Diaper piece is different. The legs are the same. You can see that sculpted boot cut on both of them. So, a lot of similarities, but it works. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his lack of accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 7, maybe 6.9 inches tall, which can translate to just under 18 centimeters. And for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, it can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that far, not bad. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. It is a little bit difficult to kind of get your hands in between the collars, but not a big deal. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest. Increase the range of motion and cover up the gap. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows, they go all the way in. Wrists, and it has that ugly wrist on the Blue Beetle arms. Can rotate, and it's going to be hinged. Torso, 2 ball joints, top one, rotate around, forward and back. Another one in the waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, very good range of motion in the torso area. Legs, complete with splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is minimal. Legs go forward about that far, go to side a little bit more. Back not much. Double jointed knees. And his ankle, forward and back. Rotate, tilt, rock, and of course, toe articulation. Meanwhile, in Arkham Asylum, Anti-Monitor approaches Psycho Pirate. He needs some of his special skill set. In exchange, he can feed on the emotions of the entire world. Of course, Psycho Pirate agrees. Anti-Monitor quickly releases Psycho Pirate from his cell in Arkham. Freedom, time to destroy the multiverse. Psycho Pirate ends up fighting Monitor in the streets. Monitor gets the upper hand. Monitor ends up killing Psycho Pirate. Flash finds his deceased body later. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Here's a look at the Justice League heroes of Earth 1 trying to defend the multiverse against Anti-Monitor. Here's a look at the Anti-Monitor killing the Monitor, making a way to destroy the multiverse. Can anyone stop him now? And many years later, and some retcons, he's back alive, back in Arkham Asylum. This time it's Darkseid that breaks him out, makes him an offer that he can't refuse. Here's Psycho Pirate, now in the Apocalypse Omega gear, holding his Medusa mask, Darkseid behind him, encouraging him. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Psycho Pirate figures. Here's the Platinum Chase version of Psycho Pirate, next to the original release. And here he is, next to the DC Direct release. Here are all three of the different Psycho Pirate figures that I have. I believe these are all of them in the 6 and 7 inch scale. Here are both regular versions of Psycho Pirate with the mask on, and then both the versions with the mask off. And here he is, next to a custom Anarchy figure made from the DC Direct Psycho Pirate. Now let's check him out. Next to some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here's the Platinum Psycho Pirate, next to the Platinum Spectre, both from the Crisis on Infinite Earths wave. Here he is, next to the rest of this wave. Finally complete, we have the Crisis on Infinite Earths wave, Superman of Earth 2, Psycho Pirate, both regular and Platinum Chase, Collective Build Monitor, and then Spectre, both Platinum Chase and regular, and then of course Wily West Kid Flash. Here are all of the different McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Chase variants. These are the older ones, and they've released quite a few recent ones. And then here are all the recent McFarlane Platinum Chase variants. Now that I have Psycho Pirate, I am fully caught up. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the Target exclusive Cassandra Cain Batgirl and Rival. Here's Psycho Pirate, next to the most recent Batman wave. We have both the red and blue Platinum Chase variants of Azrael and his Batman armor, the black and gray Nightfall Batman, and then the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the first appearance Detective Comics number 27 Batman. And here he is, next to the JLA wave, Collector Build Plastic Man. We have both the blue and Platinum Chase red versions of Superman, two fully assembled versions of Plastic Man, Black Suit Batman, regular and Platinum Chase variants of Aquaman and Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Then, next to the recent Page Puncher wave, Superman Ghost of Krypton, both the regular and armored Platinum Chase variant of Val Zod, Armored Superman, Ghost of General Zod, and both the regular and Platinum versions of Brainiac. And now, with the digital wave, the Silver Age Hal Jordan Green Lantern, the DC Rebirth Batman, and the DC Classics Aquaman. Here he is, next to the Amazon exclusive Kilowog and Kyle Rayner Green Lantern 2-pack. And finally, next to the Walmart exclusive Wally West Flash and Vampire Nightwing. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix them with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7 inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7 inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures, and some DST or Diamond Select toys. Here he is, next to a bag of tortilla chips. And here he is, next to some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and some Hasbro Marvel Legends. So overall, it's an okay Psycho Pirate figure. I think the regular one looks fantastic compared to this one. I like his traditional look. I've never seen this look before, and it's not visually that impressive. It's cool to have the unmasked head, but I would rather have the unmasked head on the regular version. That's what I'm more familiar with. Either way, I'm very happy to have this guy checked off my list. Happy I won the raffle, didn't have to pay more than their already exaggerated retail for this guy. He essentially has no accessories. He should have come with one head with the mask on, one head with the mask off, and then a separate mask he can hold in his hands. I would have been very happy with that, but it is what it is. If I were to rate this guy, I'd probably give him like a 6 out of 10. Not very impressive. The other one, visually, is a lot more pleasing, pops a lot more. His articulation, it's everything you expect. Sculpt and paint job, they're fine for what they are. A lot of reuse, but I think it works for Psycho Pirate, but I think it works a lot better on the regular version. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like up below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys real soon.